Okay, so hi guys. Yesterday, we had like two options for our movie review, and we're just gonna dive straight into it. So we had Extraction 2 and we had Batman Bukka Street. Trust me, Extraction 2 had like good number of votes, but Batman Bukka Street tops it because just like me, a lot of people were also seeing it for the first time yesterday when it came on Amazon Prime, and most people also couldn't wait for me to just tell them what the movie was about, give review, and let them see, because I like a lot of people who want to watch a movie, but they don't want to waste their time. They want to hear what other persons have to say. That's why I'm here for you. I got you. So Battle on Bukka Street is everything and is absolutely worth the hype. It's interesting, it's funny, it's suspense feel, it's thrilling. It has a little bit of violence. In fact, it has a lot of violence. But then again, it's also family oriented, polygamy family oriented, something like that. It has a word. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to talk about the movie a bit. The movie centers around a polygamous family where jealousy, hatred, envy are passed down from generation to the other, from one generation to the other, and where sisters forgot to look inwards and see how amazing each of them were, but rather they focused more on what the other person had that they didn't have and how to get it, just how to always be the top, and they ended up ruining their lives. Yes, they ended up ruining their lives because Yejide was getting married. Awele couldn't stand it. Awele had to get a man, even though she could tell that man had no future. But because Awele was getting married and she cannot stand to be the last girl standing, she had to opt for the next available man. And that marriage was filled with violence, cheating, infidelity, everything everything horrible. She literally carried the entire family on her back, and then the man still had the nerve to cheat and squander money that they didn't even have. And then Awele on the other Yejide on the other hand had like a very good loving family, but then just had her mother by her side who was pushing her for destruction. That's how I'm going to put it. Unlike Yejide's mom, Ezine on the other hand, I think at some point she outgrew her jealousy, envy, and hatred. I guess maybe because she was sick and she was closer to her grave, so she realized that a lot of things that she did were absolutely not necessary. But then these kids grew up with these things. These women grew up with these things. They saw you do them as children. They see you do them when they became teenagers. They see you do them. They became adults. They became women. They became mothers, and these things continued. So it's not something you're going to just wash out in a day. No, it's going to take years to wash out that kind of hatred and envy. In between trying to compete, trying to rival, trying to outdo each other, they ended up messing each other up. But I'm happy that at the end of the day, they were able to call themselves back together. They were able to still preserve that thing called family. They were able to preserve it at the end of the day, even though Ezine lost her life, which was, I think, natural. But now, looking at Yejide's mother's down step when Ezine died, Funke Akindele should come and tell us, is there a part 2? I want to know if she has a hand in that Ezine's death. But so, like I said earlier, I have some favorite characters I would like to talk about. So I'll be talking about Awele, I'll talk about Yejide, and I'll talk about, who else would I want to talk about? Okay, let's start with those two first. Okay, so I think they're like the main character of the movie, So Awele is is an unfulfilled woman, filled with envy, jealousy, also stemming from her failed marriage, having to come back to Ottawa, and she didn't just get to Ottawa. She came to Ottawa with trouble. Because tell me why you are just getting to Ottawa and the first thing you want to do is get a shop opposite your sister's shop. Come on. And you guys are selling the same thing. You see? Awele is troublesome. Full of trouble. But at the same time, Awele is a woman that doesn't want to fail. She's a woman that is determined to succeed no matter what. So it doesn't even matter who get hurt in between. She just wants to succeed, and then she's also taking care of her children to make sure probably they don't make the same kind of mistakes that she made. But the way she was going about it, they are gonna make that kind of mistake. They are gonna make it, because you are passing hatred from one generation to the other. So you're showing hatred, they're saying you, they're learning, you know. But on top of that, aggressiveness, that jealousy, envy, bitterness, whatnot, I see a little girl craving to be loved, craving to be heard, you know, craving to be held and listen, to be held, basically. Just somebody wanting to succeed, somebody wanting to do better than they were yesterday. But because of how they grew up, it was just not possible. In fact, the only thing I really knew how to do was how to outdo Yejide. Yejide, on the other hand, is a beautiful, lovely woman. She has a very beautiful soul. Because unlike Awele, Yejide is absolutely not that troublesome. She just has the help of her mom, who is the actual trouble. Yejide's mom is the actual trouble. She kept pushing Yejide to this unnecessary, unhealthy competition. She kept pushing Yejide to the point that she was actually the person making Yejide's meal, you know, at her restaurant. Yejide doesn't know how to cook, and I'm sure she doesn't even want to do that restaurant business. But because her mom is there, her mom is pushing, you have to do it. Awele is doing it. Ezine had a restaurant. I had a restaurant. So how come you don't want to do it? And then she has these beautiful kids, a boy and a girl, you know, who were also fused into that brouhaha, that hatred, that envy, that jealousy, Ademi is even a little bit better than the girl. The girl is everything her mother is, or her grandmother is. To the point that she had to set fire to Ezine's restaurant, and that was what broke the camel's back. That fire broke the camel's back. But Yejide is an absolutely lovely woman, a great mom, a fabulous daughter who would do anything just to please her mom, and that was what got her to where she was now. So at the end of the day, these women are amazing. So yes, please see Battle on Bukka Street. It's absolutely worth the hype.